Hello. I don't know what time it is, but I'm here and I'm here to answer a couple questions. And the question, let me see, it's about 3 more minutes, but it's kind of a serious question. Revealing, but I'm all about that. Transparency is best, especially when someone mentions it. But I'll wait a few more minutes. I'll just walk around because I'm actually proud. I've been watering and I'm down to my last things that I am watering. This is the Prasavala Reginae, and don't pay any attention to all of this. I dumped the bucket. You see all that silt and stuff. I dumped that in here to give it so that these plants could soak. This is my Trichoglotis geminata that is barely hanging on. You can see this is the apex of the plant, and it still has those buds, although these are a bit more, as those are, you can see the stalk is browning. So I am really trying to keep this plant as hydrated as I can until I can move it outside. And there are more buds on the other side. So, and at the top is a leaf up there. And this is what I showed this morning. This is my Reginae. And you can see here are a couple of flower spikes. There's that one. And they are very short flower spikes. And then here is that one. And you can see how it is coming out of the sheath. There again, see that silt that's on there? That's just from the bottom of the bucket. So anyway, it is 5. So I'm just going to go ahead and answer the question. So someone else asked me about humidity, and I have a humidifier over here, and there's a fan over there. I don't know what the humidity is in here. In the other room, in my bathroom, it stays about 75, between 60, 55 and 75 in there, depending on the time of day. I'm not sure in here, but this is a fog-producing humidifier, and it travels to around here. And because of the fan, it blows it more in this area, but it also covers these little mounts that are here and provides them with moisture. And I just moved some more of these. This is my Angraecum florenculum right there. There's another Trichoglotis. And then I moved my what is that? Turretifolium, something like that. And then here's my, this is the, not my Mesiella, but it is my Sicilium, that's what it is. And down here's my Lymphoid White Beauty. No, this is Longa Calcar. And then here are these 2 paths that are recovering here. This one looks really nice, better. Here's my paniculatum that I showed. Anyway, today, what I'm talking about is Yoshi asked me if I moved. And yes and no, I have moved. My primary, I still have 2 residences. My orchids are still at my other place. And the status of that is unsure right now. I am still planning on getting my porch repaired. So for now, depending on the date of that, that really depends on what my orchids, where they will be. And I'll know more when I get all that figured out, because I'm going to have to do something with the cage. They want to do it in 2 parts. Hey there, Yoshi. But for the most part, I am here more than I am at the other place. I'm generally here every night. Which is why I was not broadcasting a lot from my greenhouse, and why my plants were suffering. More or less, when you're not at a place when the weather is up and down every minute, you have to be there in order to adjust things. You have to be there in order to fill the humidifiers, and I wasn't there, so that sort of thing was left out, unfortunately. But I do plan on somehow incorporating, depending on the future of that place. We will see. I certainly, when I look around in this room, where this room gets a lot of good light, and so I really would rather them be in here. Although when it gets to be warm enough, I want them to be outside, but there are some that I have to leave inside, and I would choose to have them in this room. And as I look at it now, I don't really want to add any more to the mix. Honestly, I don't, because I can very well add another rack here, which I have. But I don't want it to be too clustered in here, because I want this place to have mostly my art stuff. And you can't really do both, because when I water in here, there's just plastic down on the ground. But if I'm not careful, especially, and also with misting, moisture will get on my work, and that's not good. So I have to be careful with watering. And so I don't want to have too much in here to water and to mist, because I do have to water these little ones that are here. The plants that I have in here are water-loving plants. My paths, and the phalaenopsis, and just seedlings, and those seedlings that I have in the window. But anyway, we will see. There's no dedicated space here for my collection. So what I'm trying to say is, I really like the fullness that it is at right now. I don't want it to get too much more than how it is. Just because I don't want to get to the point where it's stuffed to the gills, and then chances are I will be more reckless with watering and misting, and I don't want to ruin any of this woodwork. There are antiques in here that I don't want to ruin, and a lot of woodwork. So anyway, that's just my plan. And yeah, I have moved partly, and but my collection is there. I still want to maybe move few more things here. Some things that more dear to my heart, that I want close to me, but really, if they are doing good in the greenhouse, then I feel like they should stay there, because it's more difficult to try to acclimate to a house in a whole nother situation than a greenhouse. You know what I'm trying to say. So I'm really only trying to bring a few things here, unless or until I have more of a dedicated space. And that's not to say that I am not going to have more orders coming in, because I am, but I'm talking about my existing collection that's at the house, the other house. So hopefully that answered part of the question. Or if there's anything else that someone needs to know or clarification on from me, feel free to send a message. But I'm really looking forward to this Gatton Sunray. And to answer, I think it was Valerie, about the humidifiers, I will have to get a meter in here so I can see what the humidity is. Because these little seedlings over here require a higher humidity than most of these other ones do. So I really have to keep on top of that. And like these little Rodriguez's here, they like it a higher humidity percentage. This is something that's doing well so far. My beautiful Aurora. Seems like it is capable of blooming on a short spike, even though there are longer ones, and it's giving me, there's another growth right here, and there's another little one under there. There's that Herrera recticala, still has that bud there. And like I was saying, well, I haven't uploaded the video, but I will do that after I get off of here, which will be shortly. After watering my plants for the last couple of days, they've really perked up some. They really have. I don't know whether it was the warm water or the fertilizer that I gave them, which is right there. Thank you, Mike Bradzik, Growing Grunt. Stay tuned for his return. But yeah, I have to find another way or another place to hang some of these heavier items, because I can't hang them from here. This is not even attached to anything, it's just sitting up there. So I'll have to figure that out. This will have to be in this area because they like the higher humidity level. So for now, I'm gonna probably just, no, you know what? I'm just going to leave it here for now in this bucket and let it drain more before I drip more. And like I was saying about this Brassavola, it's really gracing me with more. There's a bud. And then there's that bud that's peeking out. And there's one right in there. And there's some growths. So it's doing well. This is Reginae, a cooler species. And this is really heavy, big plant. So I have to find something to hang that on. These like a wet, dry cycle. So I have to give this a bit of a break from the water. But for now, I'm just going to leave it there. But anyway, that's my answer. Thanks for watching. Bye.